All right, let's dive right in. Today we're going to take a tour of a power grid that's hidden right inside your own chest. It's this incredible, intricate network of nerves and blood vessels that powers your pectoral muscles. So let's get into it.
You know, every time you do a push-up, or maybe push open a heavy door, you feel your pecs firing up. But have you ever stopped to think what's really going on under the surface? It's so much more than just muscle. It's this high-speed, perfectly coordinated system of commands and fuel. So what's the secret sauce behind that push? Let's find out.
Okay, first stop on our tour, we're going to start with the most familiar landmarks, the muscles themselves. These are the engines, right? They're the ones doing all the heavy lifting.
So you've got two main players on the team here. First is the Pectoralis Major. That's the big one, the one you probably think of when you think pecs. It's this large, fan-shaped muscle that gives the chest its shape, and it provides all that power for pushing things and moving your arm across your body. But then, tucked right underneath, you have the Pectoralis Minor. It's a smaller, triangular muscle, but don't let its size fool you. It plays a vital role in keeping your shoulder blades stable.
But here's the thing. Thinking of these muscles as just the engine is a great start. But an engine is just a hunk of metal on its own, right? It can't do anything. It needs an electrical system to tell it when to fire, and it needs a fuel line to give it the energy to go. And that brings us to all the hidden wiring.
So now, we're entering the command and control center, the pectoral nerve network. This is basically the body's electrical grid, and it sends signals at lightning speed. It's pretty incredible. The key term we need to know here is innervation. Now, it sounds super technical, I know, but the concept is actually really simple. It's just the process of nerves connecting to a muscle to give it instructions. You can think of your muscle like a lamp, and the nerve is the power cord. If it's not plugged in, nothing's going to happen. Simple as that.
Now, check this out. This is the journey of a single command signal. It all starts as just a thought in your brain, like, I'm going to push this door. That thought zips down your spinal cord and hits this major nerve interchange in your shoulder called the brachial plexus. Think of it like a big, busy train station for nerves. From there, the specific pectoral nerves branch off like the final wires leading to your house, and boom, they deliver the signal that tells the muscle fibers to contract. And all of this happens in a tiny fraction of a second. It's mind-blowing.
And this breaks it down for us perfectly. We've basically got two specific command lines. You have the lateral pectoral nerve, which mostly handles the big Pectoralis Major. Then you've got the medial pectoral nerve, which is a bit of a multitasker. It services both the major and the minor. These two nerves are the direct physical link between your brain's intention and your chest's action.
Okay, so our engine is plugged in, but it still has no gas in the tank. It needs fuel. So that brings us to the third part of our tour, the vascular system. This is the fuel delivery network for our pectoral muscles.
This quote just nails it, doesn't it? An engine is useless without fuel. You can send all the electrical signals you want, but without a constant supply of oxygen and nutrients, the muscles simply cannot do the work. And that's where blood flow comes in.
So how does this whole fuel delivery system work? Well, it's basically a two-way street. Think of your arteries as these high-pressure fuel hoses, pumping fresh, oxygen-rich blood away from the heart and out to the muscles. And on the flip side, you've got the veins. They're like the exhaust pipes, carrying away the used, deoxygenated blood and all the waste products like lactic acid back to the heart and lungs to get recycled and refueled.
And that main fuel hose we were just talking about, it has a very specific name. And yeah, it is a bit of a mouthful, the pectoral branch of the thoracoacromial artery. But its job is super simple. It's the primary fuel line for your chest muscles. This is the key pipeline, making sure your pecs get all the energy they need exactly when they need it.
So, we've seen the engine, we've seen the wiring, and we've seen the fuel lines. Now let's put it all together and see how this amazing, integrated power system works in perfect harmony.
Just look at the speed of this coordination. It's insane. The moment you decide to do a push-up, that nerve signal travels almost instantly. Immediately, and I mean immediately, after that signal, blood flow starts to ramp up to meet the demand you're about to create, and the muscle fibers contract. It's this incredibly efficient, unbelievably rapid sequence of events.
This really sums up the whole symphony perfectly, doesn't it? The nerves are the conductor, giving that action command. The arteries are like the pit crew, rushing in that high-octane fuel when it's needed most. The muscles, they're the performers, doing the actual work. And finally, the veins are the cleanup crew, efficiently clearing the stage for the next performance. It's just a totally seamless operation.
Okay, so we finished our anatomical tour. But you might be wondering, so what? Why does any of this matter in the real world? Well, let's connect the dots.
It turns out, understanding this system has some serious, tangible benefits. For one, it leads to way more effective exercise, because you can actually visualize what you're trying to activate. It helps a ton with injury prevention, since you get how delicate these systems you're putting under stress really are. And, as we're about to see, it's absolutely critical in medicine.
I mean, think about it. For a surgeon, this isn't just interesting trivia, it's a critical roadmap. Knowing precisely where these nerves and arteries are can literally be the difference between a successful surgery and causing permanent, life-altering damage. The stakes are incredibly high.
And let's bring it all back to you. This knowledge is empowering. It means the next time you do a bench press or a simple push-up, you can do it with a totally new understanding, really focusing on that mind-muscle connection. It just gives you this deeper appreciation for the incredible, complex machine that you get to call your body.
And with that, our tour of the power grid in your pecs is complete. We've seen the engine, we've traced the commands, and we've followed the fuel lines. You now have the blueprint. So the only question left is, what are you going to do with it? Thanks for joining me.